ranking England's backline depth chart ahead of 2026 as Steve Borthwick faces big call. With 2026 now upon us, Planet Rugby looks at the full England depth chart heading into the new year. First up, it's the backline. Fullback. Fullback is emerging as a slight headache for Borthwick right now, with his two leading options both in good form. George Furbank does seem the likely frontrunner heading into 2026, with the Saints man fully back up and running now after a tough year of injuries. His playmaking ability in the backfield also fits exactly what England want out of their 15 at the moment. Freddie Steward will certainly be hot on his toes, though, with the Leicester man in really good touch at the moment for both club and country. The changes in his attacking game are already well documented, but he really seems to be coming on leaps and bounds in both his running game and his playmaking skills, which fit what Borthwick wants from his fullback, but is also one of England's best players in the air. Northampton's George Hendy is arguably the form player in the Prem right now, dazzling in an exciting Northampton attack. He just seems to consistently pop up in different spaces on the pitch, where he can use his pace and power to burst through holes. His fluidity in games, darting between wing, fullback, and even center at times, could also give this England attack an even greater edge. Elliot Dolly's return to full fitness during the autumn means he will again be in contention for a test spot, and as he proved on the Lions tour before picking up his injury, he is certainly a top-notch 15. Marcus Smith has also dabbled with full-back this year, often leaving him frustrated, but he will likely be an option to play here again in 2026, while summer debutant Joe Carpenter is also in the mix and should be nearing a return to action in the early stages of the year. 1. George Furbank. 2. Freddie Steward. 3. George Hendy. 4. Elliot Dolly. 5. Marcus Smith. 6. Joe Carpenter. Wing. England are absolutely blessed with wingers right now, but there are three real frontrunners for the starting shirt in the form of Immanuel Feyi-Waboso, Tommy Freeman, and Tom Roebuck. Exeter man Feyi-Waboso has hit the ground running this season, following months on the sidelines. His genuine pace, mixed with his power and desire to come off his wing in an eerily similar way to fellow Exeter man Jack Nowell in his prime, just adds a completely different dynamic to the attack, but yet it blends really nicely with the kicking strategy. That kicking strategy also brings the very best out of Freeman and Roebuck, who will be vying for the number 14 shirt in 2026. Both men have excelled at test level in 2025, with Roebuck taking the chance afforded to him in the summer and autumn, while Freeman shone across the Six Nations and Lions Tour too, so it will be a really tough choice between them. Freeman has dabbled with a move to 13, too, which could make Borthwick's job a touch easier regarding his wingers. Dolly also marked his return to the England squad on the wing during the autumn, and has impressed there before. Henry Arundel will also be in the mix for a spot on the wing, following his try-scoring return during the Autumn Nations series. The Bath man is also a rare breed, with genuine pace and an ability to sniff out a try from nothing. You feel 2026 could be a big year for him at test level, after some flashes of brilliance in the past. Freddie Burns issues, horses for courses, warning to unbelievable trio ahead of Six Nations. Underneath those five, the likes of Hendy, Adam Radwin, Caden Murley, Noah Kaluori and Ollie Hassel-Collins will be pushing for a spot in the new year. Immanuel Feyi-Waboso. 2. Tommy Freeman. 3. Tom Roebuck. 4. Elliot Dolly. 5. Henry Arundel. 6. George Hendy. 7. Adam Radwin. 8. Caden Murley. 9. Noah Kaluori. 10. Ollie Hassel-Collins. Outside center. This time last year, the midfield was a real problem area, but now it seems a real position of strength. All three of the leading options started at least one test during the Autumn Nations series, with Ollie Lawrence and Henry Slade grabbing tries along the way, while Freeman also impressed in his second Test outing in midfield. Northampton in recent weeks. Lawrence also gives England some serious strike and power, yet balances that with serious game understanding and an ability to pick the right hole at the right time. Slade is more of a playmaking option, but his own running game, particularly down the outside channels, has really come on in recent months as well. Newly qualified Bernhard Jansz van Rensburg is also an option here, given he often shifts between the two center spots for Bristol. The South African-born player seems primed for a Test debut at some point in 2026, with the RFU pushing to allow him to become eligible after World Rugby initially blocked it. He also appears to fit the new system England plays in attack, with his blend of power and playmaking prowess. 1. Tommy Freeman. 2. Ollie Lawrence. 3. Henry Slade. 4. Bernhard Jansz van Rensburg. Inside center. Like the outside center position, 12 is becoming a loaded area for England right now after years of issues here. Across 2025, Fraser Dingwall, Max Ajamo and Seb Atkinson all impressed, while Jansz van Rensburg's eligibility also adds further depth to the chart. Want more from Planet Rugby? Add us as a preferred source on Google to your favorites list for world-class coverage you can trust. You would think Dingwall leads the way heading into 2026, but only just. The Saints man's playmaking skills became an increasing part of England's attack across the Autumn Nations Series campaign, while his ability to step in at 10 also gives that little bit of extra time for the fly halves to then play into England's kicking strategy. Jansz van Rensburg, Ajamo and Atkinson also offer very similar skill sets to one another, both in terms of their deft hands and carrying skills, which will only add to England's arsenal. You would think all will get some form of Test exposure this year. 1. Fraser Dingwall. 2. Bernhard Jansz van Rensburg. 3. Max Ajamo. 4. Seb Atkinson. Half. The big call facing Borthwick comes at fly half, with his options all worthy Test starters. George Ford, Finn Smith and Marcus Smith have been vying for spots across the past 2 years, with each making a case for the shirt long-term. Right now, it seems Ford is the one leading the chase, particularly with England's new kicking game. But he also gets a tune out of his side ball in hand too, with his desire to play into space. The battle for the second-choice option is a bit more complicated than it first appears. F. Smith's selection to start against Fiji suggests he is viewed as the de facto option outside of Ford, but yet M. Smith's ability to play 15 and 10 means he is more likely to feature on the bench, and then come on at fly half if needed. Both men are certainly elite Test match 10s, proved by their time in the jersey across late 2024 and early 2025, but it seems they will have to wait their turn for now. Loose pass. Scott Robertson copying the Springboks is weighing on the All Blacks. Underneath that pack, the likes of Harvey Skinner, Billy Searle and Charlie Atkinson will be in the mix for a spot. Exeter man Skinner has been in great touch for the Chiefs of late, notably shining in their wins over Leicester Tigers and Saracens, while Searle is also getting better and better with each game for Leicester. Atkinson has also been around the England squad for some time, and will likely be in Borthwick's mind once more. 1. George Ford. 2. Finn Smith. 3. Marcus Smith. 4. Harvey Skinner. 5. Billy Searle. 6. Charlie Atkinson. Scrum half. The 9 shirt seems a much easier debate, with Alex Mitchell and Ben Spencer creating a duopoly over the starting and replacement roles in 2025. The pairing have seemingly found a really good balance between themselves, with Mitchell the explosive attacking threat while Spencer adds that extra sense of calm and composure to proceedings, and that works really well across the 80 minutes. Crucially, it also works in whichever order Borthwick sees fit. Underneath that, Harry Randall seems primed for a recall to the squad after missing out on the autumn through injury, and could work his way back into the 23 as a result, while Raffi Quirk and Jack Van Portvliet round off the depth chart at 9. 1. Alex Mitchell. 2. Ben Spencer. 3. Harry Randall. 4. Raffi Quirk. 5. Jack Van Portvliet.